Hey guys, Bipolar Barbie here. Now today I wanted to talk about a really important topic. A topic that gets under my skin and really unnerves me. I wanted to talk about abuse. And more specifically, this type of abuse that people think is somewhat less significant. Bullying. Bullying is basically a baby word for psychological and physical abuse. It is so prevalent in our school systems. It is so prevalent in our society in general. A lot of bullies don't grow out of this phase, and I think that they really need to be punished more and for this whole issue to be taken more serious when it first appears in schools, because guess what? Those childhood and those teenage bullies are going to grow up to be abusive adults. Whether it be in their job, in their home life, in their friendship circle. Like, these people are going to go through life thinking it is okay to treat people in the way that they treat them because they have not suffered enough consequences for their actions. And you know what? I see the way that people have been bullied are suffering. I see the psychological impact that that has on their life. I know the impact that it has had on my life, and I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to be terrified to leave your house. I know what it feels like to be terrified to go to school, to be always watching over your back because some girl might be about to set your hair on fire. And what happens? They might get detention. Maybe they might get suspended, but these type of kids, they really don't care. They enjoy being suspended because they don't want to go to school in the first place. But that's the thing with psychological abuse. Sticks and stones might break your bones, but names, they will haunt you forever. They will follow you around and they will be with you until the day that you die. I am 25 years old and I still deal with the ramifications of psychological abuse. I walk down the street and I feel like I am being judged. I feel like I can read the minds of people around me because I've been judged by so many people in my lifetime. I let it break me. It tore me apart. It tore me down, and it got to a point where I really just didn't want to deal with it anymore. I was so desperately looking for a way out. But you know what? No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. They can't tear you down if you don't let them. I have made some very simple promises to myself in my life, and they are this. Every single time someone has made me feel small, I vow to be bigger. Every single time someone has told me that I can't, I've considered it my duty to prove to them that I can. And it really breaks my heart that there are other people out there feeling the way that I did, who are being made to feel small and inferior and defective and embarrassed and hurt and like no one cares because they are being disrespected in this way by their peers. And that is not right. It's not right, guys. And I feel terrible that I am here and that there is nothing that I can do about some of the people that I know are being bullied right now around the world. I mean, you know what? If I heard about that one of my friend's kids was being bullied at school, I'd be the first one to go up there and be like, well, you got an issue, bitch? You can take it out with me. Unfortunately, we can't all do that. And once you become an adult, it's kind of, you're going to get in trouble because they're minors and, you don't want to go there. But this video, this is my message to everyone that has ever been made to feel small. Everyone who has ever been bullied. Anyone who might be sitting at home right now thinking, why on earth would people want to do this to me? Why do they think that I deserve to be treated in this way? Well, you know what? You don't. You really don't. And there is one simple truth when it comes to people that are trying to tear you down. You can't stop people from trying to tear you down. They're gonna do it. But people who are trying to tear you down, guess what? They're already beneath you. They think that you are above them in some way, that you are further ahead in life, and that threatens them. They are threatened by you. So they turn around and try and intimidate you because they've got their own issues. And I have one simple message for bullies. Blowing out someone else's flame doesn't make your flame shine brighter. And some people's flames are like those annoying birthday candles that just, every time you blow them out, you just can't blow them out. They just keep coming back. It's very easy to be the dark in someone's life. It is really hard to be the light in someone's life. You want to feel better about yourself? The easiest way to do that is to make someone else feel better about themselves. To all the bullies out there, do you feel better now? Do you honestly feel better about yourself that you have made someone else feel shit about themselves? And to everyone who has ever been bullied in their life, who has ever felt the incredible pain of this type of abuse unnecessarily, you know what? It is not your fault. You have done nothing wrong. A smile, a simple smile can change the world. But please, please do not let the world change your smile. You don't have the power over a lot of the things that happen to you. All you can do is walk away, and I encourage you to walk away. But you do have the power to decide how you react. It's our actions in this world that define us. It is the things that we have done with our life and the way in which we react to the things that are thrown at us that make us a better person. What lesson can you be learning from this? You are being taught right now the skills that you need to be a better person. Even though they might be making you feel weak, you know what? You are stronger for it. You really are. Let that pain, let that agony, let those people's hatred fuel your desire to be a better person. Use it to propel yourself into an incredible life journey. Prove every single person wrong. Every single person that ever doubted you. Show them that you can and you will, and you are willing to fight for it. You are willing to stand up for yourself. And please, don't ever stand by and let someone else be bullied. If you see it happening, intervene, step in. Please, we need to break this cycle. And I guess the last bit of advice I can really give you guys, and I really hope that this helps. Not everyone is going to be able to see your worth, but that doesn't mean that you are worthless. Not one drop of your self-worth is dependent upon another person's approval of you. The only person that you need to please is yourself. The only person's expectations that you need to live up to are your own. So don't let anyone else take that away from you. Don't let anyone else break you. I did a post recently and it ruffled a couple of feathers. Not many. There was a lot of support. But I think if you made enemies in your lifetime, good. Because it means that you have stood up for something. It means that you have stood for something that you believe in. And people were threatened by that. People don't like that. But you know what? There needs to be more people like you in this world. And it's not about standing up for yourself. It's not about confronting a bully, because really engaging with them in any way is getting the desired result that you want. When I was a child, when I was being bullied, harassed, and abused by my parents, I knew what they wanted overall was to break me, was to prove a point. And even though they were proving their point internally, I never let them see it. I never showed any signs of weakness. If they hit me, if they were, if they got their belt out and they were hitting me and they were tearing me down, I would simply look back at them and say, is that all you've got? Like, seriously, is that the best that you can do to me? I would not show any sign of weakness. I would not give them the satisfaction. I would not give them ultimately what they wanted, because they didn't want to abuse me. What they wanted was to break me. And I couldn't control the fact that they abused me, that they bullied me. But I didn't have to let them break me. When people hurt you over and over again, I like to think of them as sandpaper. Because ultimately, they are going to scratch and hurt you just a little bit. But at the end of the day, you are going to be polished and they're going to be completely useless. They're just going to be a blunt piece of sandpaper, and you are going to be a glorious work of art shaped by your experiences, making you a better person. And I am sorry that I can't take away your pain. I really, really am, and it breaks my heart to know that there are other people out there in the world feeling the way that I do, and are continuing to feel that way every single day. But please, just know that you are loved, you are worthy, and no matter what you are going through right now, it will pass and it will get better. And at some point you can reflect on your life, and you might be able to see the valuable lessons that you have learned from each and every one of these experiences. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. You look back and you go, oh wow, I finally get what that was about. People often look back years from now and finally understand what it was they needed to learn in that experience. But what if you could do that in the moment? What if, in this situation right now, you could look at it and turn it around and go, okay, let's not focus on what happened. Let's focus on what I can learn from this. What is it I'm being taught right now? Love the lesson, know that lesson, and practice that lesson, because those lessons will be with you for the rest of your life. Thanks, guys. I hope you found this video somewhat helpful. It's something I'm really passionate about. Please feel free to share this. Please give it a thumbs up. Let me know your experiences with bullying in the comments below. And I am so sorry for anyone that can really relate to this video. Let's change this. Bullying is not okay. Any form of abuse is not okay. It is not okay to make someone feel inferior. And guess what? It most certainly will not make you feel better. Spread love, not hate.